you think about copy, I really want you to sit inside of this key concept. You can't just write any old thing on this. Yes, we have the bio, but I really want you to think of, we've got to have a few more words on this thing. There's just no way around it. And this is a word called copy. Good copy comes in many forms, but for the sake of a really killer speaker bio, I want you to sit inside of not necessarily writing for yourself, but I want you to think of the event planner that's sitting on the other side of the table and they're reading. They have some questions. There are some things they want to be answered. And you've got to answer them in that one sheet of paper. Why? Because if you don't answer them, there's a good chance they're going to look at your speaker bio and go, next. You don't want them to do that. You want them to feel confident that you're going to be the right person right out of the gate. And more importantly, you're going to provide something that their audience has never heard before, because be really, really clear about this. The truth is that they've already heard everybody else. Like, everybody else has already been played time and time again. You stepping to the table is something exciting because you're new. You're the only thing they haven't heard before. Make no mistake about it, your story is the only thing they haven't heard before. Which means that you have a responsibility to make sure that some of that story shines on this piece of paper, and that you get, you put yourself in a position to simply win. Now, here are the 3 elements I really want you to consider when you think about a killer bio and copy that follows. Now, here's what this looks like. Number 1, here are the questions you've got to answer. So number 1, you've got to answer the question of why you? Why should we choose you? Like, what's so doggone great about you? That's question number 1. And I want you to think of that as the beginning of the first paragraph, right? And it could be your bio, it could be parts of your bio, but then it walks us into number 2. Which is, why does that event planner want you? Because the event planner, at the end of the day, they have a responsibility too. They don't want to just put any old person on the stage, because their reputation is on the line. Who they are is on the line, their credibility is on the line, and God help them if they put someone who's just random on the stage who bombs and fails and like screws it up for everybody, okay? We don't want that to happen. So you've got to speak to the heart of the event planner and answer this question: why do you want me on this stage? Now, if you look at my bio, you're going to see some words like Tiffany entertains the audience. She dazzles. You will go on a roller coaster of laughter and joy and thinking and thought and excitement and all types of things. And so more importantly, the event planner knows that if they bring me to the table, there's a party happening. You know what I mean? Like, they're clear that this is going to be good times for everybody. And more importantly, that I understand their key objectives. And so I'm going to make sure that they look good at the end of this thing. Number 3, dun, 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 dun. What will the audience leave with? That's it. You've got a sea of people, whether you're speaking to 20 people, 200 people, or 2,000 people. You have a responsibility to implant something really important for this audience, and you've got to do it in the time frame that they've given you. So you have to answer the question of what will they leave with? And you can't just say that they will leave with happiness or laughter or joy. No. For example, if I were going to speak on the 3 reasons why you've got to tell your story, the audience will know exactly why their story matters in the sea of so many. Number 2, they're going to leave with a clear idea on how to build their story from scratch or from step 1. And number 3, they're going to leave with a new insight on life and where they fit in this big world and how they can impact it in a bigger way. Boom, that's it. These are the 3 things that the audience will leave with. You've got to be clear on, if they sit and listen to you for an hour, what are these people listening to? What will they walk away with? And what's going to be the, yes, I'm so happy I came? Because the last thing that event planner needs is an entire audience of people going, why the hell did I go to that workshop? This was a waste of time. This guy was useless. This chick didn't know what she was talking about. That's the last thing anybody needs. So we've got to be stupidly clear that you know and I know exactly why. That's it. You've got it. 3 things you can't lose. Nothing more, nothing less. Go ahead and start building some copy.